1 for 2 there.
Okay, we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for the power loss. Doesn't happen very often, but it did. It is 4 serving 5. Game 1. Oh,
Nice.
man. Something interesting that happened in that time. I wish we would have been rolling for that, but we saw it. We'll try to explain it the best we can, but some good rallies. I'm sorry, is it 6-4 now? Okay, I got the score wrong. 6 serving 4. Nice get from Jose. Trouble for Kane. Oh, look at this.
Oh.
Tough shot. Oh, look at that. Down the line, backhand, right on the glass. What a rally.
Yeah.
So this has been extremely exciting so far. Jose up 7-4. Jose around 3-4. Gave himself a little pump up, you know, come on kind of thing. And then that fueled Kane a little bit, started smiling, started talking a little bit to Jose, won the next rally, kept talking a little bit. Jose started smiling. Look at that get. Another good get there. Trouble for Kane again. Oh, that's nice. But definitely some mental games, you could say, going on in here. You don't see that very often with Kane. Really don't see it too often with Jose either. Nice get.
He's getting that ball.
Another nice get. Then Kane finishes, you know, Kane finishing a shot or two after he normally would. I think he would have put that first backhand down.
Big thing I'm noticing with Kane, a lot of smooth swings going on in there. Not a lot of turning and burning, you know. Big swings, I mean.
Oh, look at that serve.
I mean, that's a great serve.
So fast into that corner. Jose has no choice but to just stay where he is, hoping it pops out, and it did not. 6-7 now, nice 2-point run for Kane.
Even on his drive serve here, seeing a lot smoother drive serve swings. I mean, it's obviously still coming off really hard, but definitely not used to what we've been seeing probably for, you know, the last year, last few years.
I will say the placement has been pretty much perfect. Every time he has to put a difficult shot on it. Great get there. Oh, that's nice. Look at those hands. Now he is up 8-7. Probably a good time for Jose to take a timeout.
8-7.
Short serve called.
That's a good shot.
Oh man, that's great. These guys seems very evenly matched right now. I mean, you're obviously waiting for Kane to be Kane again, but I don't think it's just not going to be the case these days. Not going to be the normal Kane we're seeing.
Yeah, I agree.
It still has it in him, but maybe not on a consistent level again with that forehand.
Yeah, at least not for the rest of this season.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That was bottom board. Point for Jose, 8-8. Exciting first game here. Here in Portland, Oregon at the MAC Multnomah Athletic Club. We are a standing room only right now. Packed house. Great to see. Not a good serve from Jose. Pops out of that corner. You really have to take advantage if you're going to serve over into that corner.
Yeah.
Considering how difficult it is to see, you don't want to serve that's easy, you know, whether it's coming out of the corner and easy setup or way off the back. You want it somewhere on the glass or in that corner where you just are going to have a hard time judging it.
Yeah, a lot of guys tend not to go to Kane's forehand off the drive. I think it's a necessity when you play him.
Sure.
You got to keep him honest.
Kane with a very rare skip there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, back to your point of going to Kane's forehand, I think no matter who you're playing, with maybe some exceptions, it's good to mix it up either way. The important thing is that it's a good serve. It doesn't just have to be left or right. Either one, they need to be good, solid serves at this level. Forcing weak returns. That serve, not doing it. Good rally here. Kane with the side out, back and forth at 8-8. Kane. You know, one thing maybe that doesn't go mentioned as much is his service return has got to be the best in the game. Is step over and being able to put an offensive shot off a tough serve. That serve popping out, great shot from Jose, good angle. I do think that Kane, and I'm not sure if this is the case with most players, but I think his step to his forehand is the stronger step.
Yes.
To the backhand is great as well, but I remember a few times playing him, short serve called there, and hitting what I thought was a pretty good drive serve over to the left side, only to have him in an instant step over and put a full forehand swing on when I was expecting maybe a weak return. Great get.
Shit.
Kane wanting an avoidable there.
Yeah.
I like, I hear his case.
He didn't seem too bothered that he didn't get it. He had a big setup off that back wall.
Right. What a game, just kind of a suspenseful game.
Ooh,
Don't
lob
know.
serve.
Yep, lob, backhand,
Shocker.
Z to the forehand.
Oh. Oh, come on.
You know, I think he may have even gotten that.
Yeah.
Didn't get to the front wall. Tough to call that a hinder, though. I mean, Kane was in full control with a full setup. He didn't put it all the way down and rally ending, but it was kind of a close one.
What?
So Jose. Okay, so we have a challenge on the serve.
Good challenge.
And this is, Jose ended up, I think, getting, no, 2 bounces was called, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
Good serve, 2 bounce.
Okay. So here comes Matthew for the replay here. This is going to be tough to see. Right on the glass. Let's see how good Matthew's eyes are. All right, Matthew took one look at it. Not sure what his decision. He never says anything until it's up there, and he might even give a few extra seconds. All right, good serve, appeal used. I thought it was good. Too close, really,
Close
to
call.
call short. Yeah. And now game point for Kane. Jose holding up there, but hitting a good shot. You know, that was, I think, a good no call, and I think a good take from Jose too. I think
good
it was
no call. It's good on Matt's part that's a consistent call.
Yeah.
You know, Jose was a little upset he didn't get the hinder a few rallies ago, but
Sure.
if Matt's going to be consistent with
Sure.
it,
Let him play.
yeah.
There are times at this level, or really any level probably, where, you know, probably is a hinder, but it's in your best interest to play through it in case, for one, the ref doesn't call it, and, you know, you might have an offensive opportunity.
Yeah.
Kane enjoying that down the line, right on the glass.
10, serving 8.
10-8. We are at game point number 2. Jim Winterton is up out of his seat, ready. Look at that serve,
Jesus.
best serve he has hit probably all tournament.
By far.
Perfect. Game 1 goes to Kane Waselenchuk. What a great first game. We're here at the Galaxy Custom Printing Semifinals here in Portland, Oregon. We're going to take a break. You're watching the IRT Network.
Every printing job is different, so is every client, and so are their needs. Different ideas result in different printing expectations and require a different production process. With that in mind, we created Galaxy Custom Printing. Galaxy Printing is more than just a print shop. We're a full concept to product service. From your very first ideas through production, we're with you all the way. We're dedicated to the quality of your product and extremely passionate about the process. Our combination of modern imaging technology and contemporary printing equipment produces the quality that makes our clients stand out. While other print shops may outsource their design work, our clients have the opportunity to communicate directly to our in-house design team. This means you'll save time, and your ideas will translate directly from what's in your head to what you see in the finished product.
There are thousands of ways into the complex healthcare system, and United Healthcare has ways to help you find care fast, like an app with an urgent care locator.
So, what happened?
I got taken out by this car.
Welcome back, everyone. We are here in the first semifinal of the day. Kane Waselenchuk winning that first game. Very exciting game. 11-8. Robbie Collins is with us. Robbie, what did you think of that one? As he gets his headset on. Robbie, tell us about that game.
Well, the big takeaway was Kane's serve is still there. Still the big drive serve. He threw in one lob Z with his backhand. I think we're going to see more of the same. The movement looks okay. Not great movement on Kane's behalf. And on Jose's part, he's hanging in there. He was in the game all the way up, 8-8. Couple close calls at the end.
He was up 7-4, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, good game though. I got to listen in to both teams here, a team of Kane and Winterton, and Jose and Darren McNally. It was a double fault from Kane. Kane and Jim really didn't talk too much strategy, kind of just, I really don't know what they talk about a lot, but if he's winning, there's probably not much to say. And in that case, they were kind of joking around, talking about how Jose and Kane were talking to each other in the court a little bit. When I went over to the McNally and Rojas team, they were discussing a little more strategic stuff, you know.
Yeah.
When to hit certain shots, what shots he consistently was hitting.
There.
Nice shot. Yep.
I think that's something Jose needs to do a little more of this game. Needs to get that cross court a little wider. A couple more wide angle passes going in there. Don't let Kane kind of have his way up front.
Definitely going to be, Kane taking that first game in less dominating fashion than we're used to seeing.
Yep.
But it will be interesting just to see how it is as the match goes on. I mean, he knows that conditioning may be a factor. That was a long game.
Yes.
It was an intense game. I think Jose might even be feeling it as well. It's Jose's in great shape. Both of these guys are in great shape. But you saw that last time. Basically, anytime, oh man, what a forehand. Anytime we've seen Kane less than 100% or when he's had to forfeit out of matches, I've seen him start off great and then start to slow down. The same thing happened in Florida. I think he was up 2-0 against Jake, or maybe I'm wrong on that, but I know he was winning. Great forehand from Kane.
Yeah.
And then I think the conditioning was a factor. Just recovering from this surgery and a few weeks, probably hung up in the house a little bit. Kane with a nice drive serve, very close to being short. Oh, what a backhand rollout.
Yeah, with the surgery Kane had, I'm not too sure how mobile he's been in the last, what's it been now, 4 or 5 weeks.
Yep.
Not sure how much he's been able to do on court, off court.
Nice get off the frame.
Oh.
Good forehand from Kane.
0-7-0.
Another even start to this game. 0-0.
Yeah, I think every game from here on out, it's going to be 11-8, 11-9. I think we're going to see some tight games here. Kane with a couple short serves here to start this second game.
Right, yeah, the double fault right off the bat.
Yep,
Going to
the lob serve.
To the backhand. It's a good shot from Jose. Kane wants to hinder. Probably a good call. Both players kind of missing their shots in the middle of the court.
Yeah.
Let's see how these guys got here, and then we'll get to the chat box in a second. So, Kane, #1 in this draw, took out Fernando Rios. 2-2-1. Next round is Mario Mercado.
1-7-0.
Mario playing some good ball. I had a 5-game battle with him yesterday.
I see that.
Might have been.
I didn't want to mention it, but
it's okay. It might have been the cleanest match, 5-game match I've ever had. Mario's a real fair player, real good guy off the court, and real fair guy on the court. And even in a loss, it was a tough battle, but hats off to Mario.
Yeah, good on you. He's a tough player. We've seen him make semis this year and quarterfinals, and he took out Alvaro early this year. But tough player, up and coming. That one was short, barely. So anyway, Kane taking out Mario, 4-6-1. Doing the math on that, that would be 66-16 scoring coming into this. Those are definitely some pretty normal Kane numbers, I think. Still a little high. Look at that forehand. We had a great view of that, huh?
Yeah.
Jose coming in as the #5 seed. His first match was against Scott McClellan. He won that 6-2-2. His next match, which I'm sure most of you saw last night, the final match of the evening, Jose taking out Andre Correa. Oh, my. What a shot by
Another
Jose.
great wide cross-court pass.
Yep. Just where it needed to be, just out of the reach of Kane. Yeah, Jose taking out Andre last night in 5 after being up 2-0 and then starting to slide a little bit and being down in that 5th, coming back and winning. So that's how these two guys got here into the semis. Look at this rally. Oh, Z-ball. Kane's gonna wind up on this backhand, just misses that. That would have been nice though, huh?
Hit him with a little Jimmy Lowe action there.
Yeah. One serving 3. That ball called short. I thought that was good.
I thought that was good too.
But it is what it is. Even Kane thought it was good. Oh man, what a backhand. Jose's gonna wipe his glasses real quick.
3 serving 1.
Yeah, I think the service strategy for Jose, he needs to keep being aggressive. He needs to keep hammering those drive serves straight in. Kane seems to be handling that Z still pretty well. But again, that's one step less that he has to take.
Right.
Whereas you get him going to the corners.
Great return from Jose. Forces Kane up top. Backhand rollout. Yeah, I think it's really important to use that left corner too, like we talked about.
Yes.
Now it has to be a good serve though, and you're right, the Z, it has been too easy for Kane to step over and re-kill that down the line. It's a short step for him, a relatively easy shot for him. But Jose needs to do that.
There it is.
And get the ball on the wall. That wasn't the greatest serve, but it was on the wall.
Got away with a good angle there. Like you said, a little off the back wall, but
2 serving 4. Another not so great serve. Wow, Kane not putting it away, and Jose getting a racket on it, re-kills that one. 3-4.
Got away with that serve pretty good. Kane had a free swing at that.
That one called short. Good call. Just an inch or 2 short, I'd say, but
touch late.
Much better angle.
Yes. Go right back to it. Nice.
Yes, he did.
Big setup. Nice.
There it is. That's how you gotta. It's the only way to do it right there.
Yeah.
If you don't kill that one, you're really putting yourself in a tough position when you have a setup like that.
I'd like to see him stay with that aggressive service strategy. Double drive serve. Keep hammering away at him.
That one close, not called short though. I think Kane might not get a challenge. I thought that was short.
I did too.
But a point for Jose, 5-4. Good run by Jose, 4-point run here. Nice serve, great shot. Kane back in the box, 4-5.
Good run by Jose,
Nice down the line by Kane.
5 serving 5.
Nice. Kane just missing that angle a little bit. It popping out a little bit more towards the middle. Jose getting the racket on it.
5 serving 5.
Jose is really just winding up on that now. It's nothing more than, I mean, he's just throwing the ball out there and hitting it as hard as he can down that right side. That, not the best serve. Getting away with it. Wow.
Oh, man.
Cannot believe Jose won that on a not so great serve. Then Kane hitting it down the line, wallpaper, and then missing his touch shot.
Oh, I'd like to see
something different.
This is the serve Jose went to last night in the 5th game with Andre. Just kind of feeling his way out of it, you know. It's probably not a serve he practices very often, but in the middle of the match, sometimes you just got to go with feel.
Oh, man.
And that was, talk about feeling it. That was, wow.
Jose missing an opportunity there. Kane also missing an opportunity off that serve, but
yes,
on the wall again. And if Jose can get an offensive shot on the 3rd shot of the rally, he's got to be feeling pretty good. Just missing that one though, and Kane with the great pinch. 2nd serve coming. Z serve.
Oh, nice return.
Again, just same thing with Jose's Z. You know, it could be part of this court. These are panel courts and are naturally not going to play as fast. So the Z serve might just be a few miles per hour slower than normal, and that's just enough time for these guys to step over and get a good shot on it.
Speaking of Z's,
Yep. Jose going right for the corner there, and Kane kind of misjudging that one, and again with the
watching Kane there a little bit,
skip.
his movement looked a little affected there. He wasn't able to kind of get that quick hip turn in there, and
look at that serve. Wow, that one was about a foot over. But
I agree.
You know, Jose's probably wanting to challenge, but that's one where maybe you just keep going. He can still put a good drive serve in here.
Yep.
Jam serve, pretty good serve actually.
That's gonna work.
That is gonna work.
It's gonna work.
Yeah. Kane being moved around at this point.
I think that after that rally, I think that's a serve that Jose can kind of mix in.
Well, you got the glass that's really gonna hide that.
Absolutely.
Right on the wall again. Another opportunity.
Great
wow,
shot.
This is great. So we have a 9-5 lead for Jose now in game number 2. We're starting to see the body language of Kane changing slightly.
Yep. Jose's kind of found a few serves now that are affecting Kane. That
Missing
not
that
being one of them.
Yep. Kane with the lob serve. Good cross court by Jose. Oh, just missing that one. 6 serving 9. Jose had what he wanted. Not necessarily an easy shot, but one that you kind of have to make out here. Straight down the line. Good shot there. Well, at least I thought. So Kane thinking it skipped. It did come off a little funny. I just think it was maybe a little bit of the angle.
Just a little bit of the way he struck the ball.
Right.
Didn't see a skip.
A lot of times, unfortunately, those can be called skips. We've all had it happen where.
And I know you can attest to being, you know, the IRT ref for so many years, and if you don't see it skip,
right?
You know.
Yeah, if you're not sure, I mean, it might sound funny, even look funny, but left serve right on the wall again. Great rally here. Jose with the big opportunity. Wow, this is just good racquetball. Kane missing some opportunities, but Jose just all over it with the re-kills. 10-6. This game point opportunity number 1 for Jose to tie it at 1 game apiece and to make things very interesting. Drive serve to the forehand side of Kane, down the line. Jose unable to get that one. So that's the first one we've seen to Kane's forehand.
Yep.
Not saying it wasn't a great idea, but that thing came out of the corner and relatively easy shot for Kane on his forehand side.
Yep.
Continuing with the lob. Jose with the big skip there. Close. 7-10. Now, do you think this lob is a fatigue thing or just a strategy thing?
I believe he's trying to get at. I think he's kind of came to the point where he's not feeling it this game
man.
with his drive serve early on, so he's going to try and win this game with the lob.
Right. You know, and Jose his re-kills and his reaction time has been great, and I think maybe Kane knows that, and this is a lot of the time a good way to kind of slow somebody down.
Good ceiling.
Oh, man, tough. Tough to readjust. That is Jim Winterton yelling in the background. 9 serving 10, a 3-point run, and a good timeout from Jose. We'll take a break as well. Stick around for the end of Game 2 on the IRT Network.
Every printing job is different, so is every client, and so are their needs. Different ideas result in different printing expectations and require a different production process. With that in mind, we created Galaxy Custom Printing. Galaxy Printing is more than just a print shop. We're a full concept to product service. From your very first ideas through production, we're with you all the way. We're dedicated to the quality of your product and extremely passionate about the process. Our combination of modern imaging technology and contemporary printing equipment produces the quality that makes our clients stand out. While other print shops may outsource their design work, our clients have the opportunity to communicate directly to our in-house design team. This means you'll save time, and your ideas will translate directly from what's in your head to what you see in the finished product.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Game number 2 of this semifinal. It has been a fantastic match so far. We're here in Portland, Oregon. Galaxy Custom Printing semifinal number 1. Kane serving at 9-10. He took the first game 11-8. Jose was up 10-6. Kane on a bit of a run here. Goes back to the drive serve. Jose with a big skip there. Forehand ties it up at 10. That's not what he wanted. He got away with kind of a bad backhand pinch.
Yeah, that was a big setup for Jose. He needs one good swing here to kind of right the ship.
And if you noticed, look at that serve. Great get though.
Big setup.
Oh, right into the corner. There's the glass. That is the glass working for Kane in that one. And he has game point. What a way to come back in this one after being down 10-6. And an ace serve for Kane. Wow. That ends game 2. Spectacular fashion. Kane up 2-0. We've got a great match here, folks. Stick around. We're in Portland, Oregon, here at the Tournament of Champions at the Multnomah Athletic Club. Packed house here. We're going to take a quick break. Be back for game 3.
There are thousands of ways into the complex healthcare system, and United Healthcare has ways to help you find care fast, like an app with an urgent care locator.
So, what happened?
I got taken out by this car.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. 0-0, game 3.
Yeah.
So Kane is appealing that the ball was a skip. Here comes our referee Matthew, going to check that one out. It's going to be a tough one to overturn.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
What'd you think?
I think it was probably a skip. You know, I mean,
Yeah.
who knows really? I guess I probably would have called it that way too. It's just kind of one of those replays. The skip, if it did happen, was right at the front wall.
Yeah.
And one look from Matthew, and that's all he needs. I think he's going to stick with this call.
Call's gonna stand. On the tape, it looked skip on the tape.
Court mic. Can you turn the court mic down? It's just like I can hear them really loud. All right, 1-0. Call stands.
Kane with no appeals left in this game 3, and we're at 0-1.
Good point, Robbie.
It's
Oh, what a
Oh.
shot.
this is where Jose needs to stay tough.
These are really loud.
You know, back in Florida, Jake Brenbeck was in this same situation with Kane down 2-0 and came back to go to 5. And
True. Yeah, you and I were talking before this game. You know, Kane up and a big opportunity missed there from Jose from as far as closing out game 2. But still could be very interesting, just considering how close this match is and considering the conditioning possibly being a factor.
yes,
But, you know, even Kane has said that he's just not sure. He doesn't know where he's at conditioning-wise. He hasn't really gone the distance besides the match with Jake, where it seemed to be a factor. At least, like, his game was nowhere near. I don't know if that's a conditioning thing, but
yeah. I mean, when you're resting, I mean that's essentially what he's doing. He's at home. He's resting, maybe doing what he can. I'm not sure what his off-court, regimen is like, but when you have a surgery, you're resting. You're at home. You're watching Netflix.
yep,
Hanging out.
for sure. Yeah, just training the body to not move around so well. Jose with a big skip. I just got to say, I think that last game, hugely important,
Yes.
obviously, and that could have been the complete difference between. Oh, man. What happened there? Jose guessing completely wrong.
No need to guess there on Jose's part.
Right.
He's been reading the serve really well. No need to go and just take a blind guess at that.
Not a lot of aces from Kane either today, but wow, great serve maybe not the best angle, but brought the heat, hit the crack, popped right into Jose. Weak return, easy kill.
Good on Jose to get that even between the legs.
Looks like Kane is bringing the heat a little more, definitely to that right side.
Serve's looking a little better this game than it did in game 2.
Right. Z serve to the forehand. I think Kane has sensed a... Oh, Kane with the dive, 2 bounces. Great effort, though.
I don't know if I've ever seen Kane hit that serve.
Right, yeah. I think he's sensing a weakness on the forehand side. I think...
Yeah.
I don't know if I've paid too much attention to it, but I think Jose has had a few more skips over there, or not as great as shots. Up top, Jose off the back wall with the backhand pinch. Great get. Jose with a tough shot there. Ooh, barely missed by Kane.
What a shot by Jose.
That ball was 1.5 feet off the back wall.
40-foot bomb cross court.
Kind of hit that window in the front there too. The ball can do interesting things from there. Yeah, not a good serve there. Great to catch up to that from Kane.
Off the back wall there quite a bit.
Taking a little off bit with splat. Kane having Jose leaning to the left a little bit, but missing that serve, popping out of the corner. Another close start to this game. 3 serving 4.
Both players they're kind of missing their angles a little bit to start off. There it is again.
Jose will shoot that. Nice get. Jose wants a hinder there. No hinder called. Probably a good call. I'm not sure where the hinder was. He may have bumped into him. Either way, he was on the defense for sure. Jose is going to bring in the towel.
Sometimes when you're out there, it's a feel versus real situation. It just feels like they're in the way. But everybody else out here, everyone will be scratching their heads like, what are you talking about?
So you can see what Jose was talking about. He was close to him, but just not a good place to call a hinder on a dive when somebody is in full control of the rally. I'm not saying that has to happen every time, but on that one, good effort. 4-3. Great serve. I mean, right on the wall, super low.
Glass definitely has a factor on that straight-in serve. He gets real tight on that left side.
Yeah, and either way, glass or not, that thing's right on the wall, and it's a defensive return. But now add the visibility issue. Kane with a big backhand miss there. Not see that happen very often. 3 serving 5. Great match here. I'm really enjoying this. Jose is going to serve, but Kane was not ready. Jose didn't really check. Kane saw that he was about to start his motion and just kept his racket up. And
what do you think about that rule, Charlie?
Oh, if he wasn't ready, he wasn't ready. He was cleaning his eye guards. And it's up to Jose to check on him. And
do you feel that should be a fault serve?
Yeah.
You do?
I do, yeah. When we have 2 serves, definitely. If we were just doing 1, I don't think it should be a side out. I think it should be a second serve.
Second serve on a 1 serve game.
And that was what wow, great serve there.
Oof.
Was it?
That could have been short. The reflection off the glass right around that line makes it tough from our angle here in the corner.
Yep. Kane going for the crack ace.
serve reminds me of Marky Rojas in practice. He likes to sell that one a little bit in practice all the time.
Great
Shout out
get
to
from
Marky.
Kane.
He's graduating today, University of Pacific. Brother just hits a nice splat. Get
So
the serve back.
Marky stayed home to graduate. Didn't come to the tournament here in Portland, huh? I'm a little upset. Sounds
Yeah.
like he needs to get his priorities straight.
Yeah, you know. Someone had to do it, I
Excuses.
suppose, right?
Oh, and that glass working for Kane on that one. Jose losing that a little bit. 6-3, game 3, Kane up 2-0. This is the Galaxy Custom Printing semifinal, number 1. The next semi will be the number 2 and 3 player in the world. Great get, good rally here.
Get it.
Another good get,
Get it. Oh.
nice shot. Either way, a lot of movement from Jose. The next one will be Rocky Parsons versus Daniel De La Rosa. Very good matchup, as usual.
Yes. What do you think? What's your prediction on that one?
Tough call. I mean, it's just whoever brings it. It's not. I've seen both guys. Rocky beat him in 5 games last weekend in the final, and conditioning was a factor in that one.
Yes.
I mean, you saw just kind of what happened. Rocky did his normal thing of kind of slowing the pace down, and it was the end of the tournament, and Daniel just, you could see it was starting to, he was starting to feel it a little bit. But he was up big, you know, he was up 2-0.
Yep.
So if Daniel can get that going and just finish the match early, I think it's going to be him. But the longer it gets stretched out, the more it's going to favor Rocky. So you just don't know. But I'm just going to have to predict Rocky in 5 again.
Rocky in 5. Okay.
That, close serve. I think it hit the line. Good call, but great angle. That's what he wants right there.
Good call.
You know, and it's not a bad thing sometimes on a serve like that. Kane barely got to that ball. He had to move, he had to stretch out. That takes some energy. And even though it was a short serve, that can still put some pressure on an opponent.
It demands the attention
Right.
of Kane, regardless.
Yeah. Kane with the serve to the right. That one's short. Another good call. It's just tough, you know, when they're right on the line or an inch short or something. Player it's not going to like it. They might even think it was good. I know a lot of the times if I'm serving, my view always looks better than the refs.
Absolutely.
That's just kind of how it is. When the ball crosses the line, it's just a blur. And
I know back at home in practice with John Ellis, he always jokes around with me because anytime I play him, every serve's good.
Yep.
Could have rolled it out. Still
Right.
looks good, John.
Nice shot from Kane, that touch shot. 8-3. He's running away with this game 3 here, a few points away from moving on to the final.
And like I said at the beginning of this game, Jose just needs to hang on here. He needs to keep pushing because, like in Florida, you know, it wasn't over. It was 2-0. It wasn't looking too good for Jake, but Jake just kept bombing serves at him, hung in there.
And I'm pretty sure the, man.
It's like that.
That's
Needs more
how you
shots
get
like
back in the
that.
box. Yeah, I think that third game was something like a 12-10 or something too, which can really take it out. Like when you're close, I think Kane had match point a couple times, and you know, to lose that one when conditioning is a factor, that can take a lot out of you mentally as well. And I think that's what happened. Is that 12-10 was, you know, he wanted to finish that one. He wanted to be done with it.
Yes.
Who knows what would have happened in the rest of it. I think he had to bow out because, you know, he was obviously something was going on with him, but it wasn't really bothering him before when he was winning. So if he would have won that third game, he could have gone on to win the tournament. Who knows?
Yeah.
Like maybe feel a lot better the next day, or not have as much wear and tear on the body. And we know Kane is fully capable.
Definitely.
Although it would have been interesting had he gone farther in the tournament to see him play, maybe Rocky and then he would have played Daniel before that. Oh man, good shot from Jose. Didn't really have a backswing there.
No, he got a little jammed up on that side wall.
Good touch.
He's making something out of nothing there, but he needs to just kind of regroup here, refocus, go back to how he was serving game 2, just putting tons of pressure on Kane.
There's
Man,
that step
tough.
over. Not a bad serve from Jose.
No.
Not quite the heat that he probably wanted, but pretty good angle. And
Probably the best serve he's hit there so far this game, too.
to the
And
left side.
that's
I'd like to see him go back to that jam that he threw in
Yes.
on that second serve. I think that's a great serve. That's just too easy right there.
right in the wheelhouse.
And a timeout from Jose at 9-3. We're going to take a break as well. Stick around for the end of Game 3 on the IRT Network. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the Galaxy Custom Printing semifinal here. Kane versus Jose, number 1 versus number 5. Kane is up 2-0 and up 9-3 in the third. Jose was up 10-6 in the second game after a very close first game. Jose wants to challenge that, and he will. He was asking if he had one. I think it was a good challenge.
I do too.
Too short. Close call, though. The referee will be coming down here to check out the monitor. And we are running it back right now. Here comes Matthew. All right, so here comes Kane stepping up for the drive serves, going down the left side. We got a good view of this right here. One look from Matthew. He has made his decision. As usual, we don't know what that decision is.
Likes to keep it a secret.
He does. It's funny that he waits till he gets his microphone set, his scorecard set, maybe clears his throat, and then calls the short serve. Great shot from Jose. Kane wanting the encroachment. I do not think it was an encroachment. As long as you're behind that line and the ball bounces.
Would you say that's one of the harder calls to make as a ref at this
The
level?
encroachment? No, I think it's one of the easiest ones, to be honest. Either he's over or he's not. And it's not like Kane wanting to hinder there. Side out called. That's an avoidable call.
Side out. Oh, man.
Yeah, not really sure. Maybe that was a makeup call or something. I mean, Kane definitely had a forehand setup, in my opinion. I don't think Jose was as close. Maybe not the right call, but I can see where
Oof.
I can see why. Robbie is not happy with that one.
No.
Kane with his 10th point. Great performance from Kane today. Not really knowing where he's at physically. Seems to be doing just fine. Does not look tired. Then again, that second game was very important.
Yes.
Match point. Short serve. Do you think it's going to be a lob or a drive? Drive Z maybe?
Lob.
Lob to the backhand.
Bob Nick. No, missed it.
Nice shot from Jose.
Missed the serve.
Yep.
Big time.
It's go time for Jose now.
Kane probably missed that serve by almost 10 feet.
Yeah,
Almost.
A little short there. Jose with a pretty good Z that time. Wow.
That was the best Z he's hit, and
Yeah. Anytime you get the ball deep and hitting that side wall and have a player backpedaling like Kane was, or at least leaning back, I mean, that was just one of those shots that really, I don't want to say only Kane can hit, but
definitely a low percentage.
right. So match point number 2 for Kane, 10-3. This has been a great match, really exciting.
Yeah.
Both guys giving it everything they got, bringing strategy. Drive Z. Easy one again for Jose.
Not going away.
Nope. Not even Kane telling himself that was a horrible serve.
Yep.
At this level, I might have to agree.
Don't like this serve.
No, it worked out. Here comes Kane. Okay, side out. Match point number 3 for Kane. Jose missing a big opportunity there.
Jose
obviously.
also missing the lob nick there,
Yeah.
way short.
Yep, way short.
Um,
I don't think it was a bad choice.
I would have liked to see straight in. I would have liked to see a drive serve.
Look at that serve. The win, Kane Waselenchuk. Obviously excited about that. He's moving on to the finals, Pro Kenix finals. That'll be tonight at 7 p.m. We are going to get set for our next match between Rocky Carson, Daniel De La Rosa. That is the second semifinal, Galaxy Custom Printing semifinal number 2. You're watching the IRT Network. Stick around for the second match of the day.